Hi, my name is Lawrence Okoth. I'm an industrial product designer, and what that means is I design objects that are usually meant to be produced in very large quantities, usually in the context of a workshop or a factory. And some examples of such objects include furniture, electronics, medical devices, but also all the way to modules that can be used to construct buildings or to implement very large infrastructural projects. I work with Design Without Borders, which is a product and service design studio based in Kampala. My role there being head of product development. What Design Without Borders focuses on is showcasing the value of human-centered design in supporting development, especially within emerging economies like Uganda. As head of product development, I am in charge of course, leading product design projects, but then also initiating projects that again promise to showcase this value of human-centered design. I also lead a small team of designers within what we call the Object Lab, and what the Object Lab is research and design-driven workshop for product development. And that usually includes prototyping, but also a lot of research around materials and production processes as they existed in the past, but then also trying to make a connection to what they could be today, especially with the influence of digital technology. I made my transition into product design almost immediately after completing my architecture degree, and that was out of the desire to practice design at a more intimate level, trying to understand people, their cultures, their needs, their challenges, but then also their potential from the objects that they surround themselves with. So on a very detailed level. And I think that there's a very huge gap in that area of design, that we don't have too many professionals that are working in that space. And yet there's so much potential for us to produce more objects locally. There's a lot that can then contribute to larger scales of design like architecture and urban planning. And so hopefully that's the direction we go with the practice of product design locally. I think also that the principles of product design such as semantics, production technology, material understanding, economics, have a very huge contribution. So they in fact make basic units that could inform all sorts of other forms of design practice, whether it's in fashion or architecture or art. Everything sort of derives its understanding from a set of principles that can be understood quite well on a very small scale and then sort of expanded to larger scales. And this is what I believe. For anybody that is interested in getting into product design, I would highly recommend it. And the reason being, one, that there's a very huge gap that needs to be filled. So there's a lot of work there that hasn't yet been uncovered or satisfied. But then also two, because again, like I said before, there's a lot that can then contribute to very many other aspects of or forms of design. But then also three maybe is that it's lots of fun. It's fun understanding civilization through objects, because objects have been a certain way in the past and they've continuously evolved to what they are today, and they will continue to evolve into something else in the future. There's the potential is just limitless, and that forms a really, really strong way to understand human beings and why we are the way we are and why we do what we do, but also how we do what we do or how we make things, which is such a broad topic in itself. So I highly recommend it. Thank you.